We will now go through and add breadcrumbs to the campsite info, contact, and directory components. Let's start with the directory component. We'll need to import breadcrumb and breadcrumb item from React Strap. Then here, we'll add a new row div just below the container div, followed by a column div, then a breadcrumb component, which will wrap around two breadcrumb item components. The first breadcrumb item component will wrap around a link to home and the text home. The second breadcrumb item component will have the attribute of active, and you'll just wrap around the word directory. Then below this, I'll also add a heading for directory and a horizontal rule. We will more or less repeat this process in the other two components. I'm going to copy over the React Strap and React Router DOM imports to contact component, but I'll get rid of the card components since we don't use those here. Then let's copy over this breadcrumb component and everything inside it. Then we just need to change the text inside the active breadcrumb item to contact us. And that's all for the contact component. Next, we can copy over the breadcrumb item, and link imports to campsite info component. Then we'll also copy over this entire row from contact component to campsite info component. Once it's copied, we'll change this home link to directory and change the text inside it as well. Then for the active breadcrumb item, this part will be a little bit different. We're going to add the text for this dynamically through the use of props.campsite.name. Then we'll use the same thing for the heading. And I'll just indent this block over. Then let's go ahead and look at this in the browser. Make sure to test in your browser that all the breadcrumbs are showing up and all the links are working. There's just one thing I'm not liking here, which is that the campsite name is being shown twice. So let's quickly go back into campsite info component and delete the card title here. We are now done with breadcrumbs. And you've made it through the final exercise for this week. Go ahead to the workshop assignment instructions. You can watch the video and read the instructions, but don't forget not to start on it until the workshop.